Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good day to all my pupils. Our lesson today is on countable and uncountable nouns, quantifiers, and the use of how much and how many in questions. With that, let's begin. We start with countable and uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are nouns that can be counted. For example, cat, woman, knife, and child. Meanwhile, uncountable nouns are nouns that cannot be counted. For example, milk, safety, rice, and happiness. Countable nouns have a plural form. For example, cat will be cats. We add an S to the word cat to make it plural. Knife will be knives, woman will be women, and child will be children. However, uncountable nouns have no plural form. So, milk will be milk with no S, safety will be safety, rice will be rice, and happiness will be happiness. There's no added S to the word. Countable nouns can have a, an, or a number before them. For example, I have a cat. She has 3 children. But uncountable nouns usually cannot have a, an, or a number before them. So the sentence will be, they eat rice for dinner. There's no a, an, or a number before the word rice. I wish you much happiness. Okay, now I will show you a few examples of countable nouns. Sandwich, pear, vegetables, grapes, candy, burger, eggs, fries, and cookies. For the plural, we add an S after the word to make it plural form. For uncountable nouns, I'm giving you a few examples here. Rice, salt, cheese, meat, honey, water, oil, juice, and yogurt. Okay, there's no added S to the word. Okay, now let's move on to quantifiers. Quantifiers are words that are used to state quantity or an amount of something. Quantifiers can be used with plural countable nouns, uncountable nouns, or both. Let's see the examples here. For quantifier many, it can be used with countable noun, but it cannot be used with uncountable noun. For quantifier much, it cannot be used with countable noun, but it can be used with uncountable noun. For quantifier some, it can be used with countable noun and uncountable noun as well. For quantifier any, it can be used with both countable noun and uncountable noun. And for the quantifier a lot of, it can also be used both for countable noun and for uncountable noun. Let's see the examples in sentences. For the word many, it can be used with countable noun. So the example is like this. There are many bananas in the basket. But it cannot be used with uncountable noun. As for the quantifier much, it cannot be used with countable noun. But for uncountable noun, it can be used like this. There is still much water in the glass. And for quantifier some, it can be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. So, let's see the first example. Mother put some eggs into the dough. And for uncountable noun, Mother put some oil into the pan. Okay, after the word some for countable noun, for example, the word egg, you have to put an S to make it plural. So it will be some eggs. However, for uncountable noun, which is oil, after the word some, there will be no S because it is an uncountable noun. Okay, for the quantifier any, for countable noun, it will be like this. Are there any cookies left in the jar? For uncountable noun, is there any milk left in the bottle? For countable noun, we start the question with are because of the word cookies. However, for uncountable noun, we start the question with is because milk is uncountable. And for a lot of, Lisa eats a lot of vegetables every day. And for uncountable noun, Yusri eats a lot of rice as he is hungry. Okay, and now let's move on to the use of how much and how many. We use how much and how many to ask about quantity. We use how much for questions with uncountable nouns. For example, how much salt have you put into the soup? Salt is an uncountable noun, so we use how much. How much juice is there in the glass? We use how many for questions with countable nouns. For example, how many oranges you need to make the juice? Oranges are countable nouns, so we use how many. How many carrots are there in the fridge? Okay, so that's all for today. I wish you good luck. Thank you everyone for your attention and goodbye.